So Caps and Canadiens facing off here. First regular season game between the two. They played each other twice last weekend. Caps are in black and Canadiens are in red. Easton callback starting in goal for the Caps. Ryan Culligan's still out with an injury. Feeling better though, so that's a positive note. Okay, so start we got Munn, Baxter, and Mitchell, Tucker and Toole on the back end. Tucker keeps that puck in at the line. Canadiens get it out. Toole's going to put it right back in. So Munn's on the puck, chasing after it. Canadiens set it up, coming back behind their net. Caps go for a change here. We got Binks came on it as a defenseman. We got Russell. Oh, Binks behind the net. Turns up ice, looking for an option here. Fires it over to Hart Johnson on the wing, but it gets caught up and into the corner. Coming out is Kirkpatrick, and the Caps get the puck out. Canadiens regroup, almost cough up the puck there to the Caps. It's Russell with the puck. Binks tried to get it up to Johnston, having a little bit trouble connecting with passes so far. So Caps get the puck in. Canadiens trying to work the puck out. They got the puck into the middle here. Berling takes his man to the corner, knocks the puck away, and Binks will go into the corner to get it. And he gets it out the other side. And the Canadiens are going to come back in. Binks picks up the puck. He looks to the other side. They move it up through the middle off Dylan Johnson's stick and into the corner. D go for a change. We have McLean, Morton, and Johnston on as forwards. LaBelle and O'Donnell on the back end. So Dylan, a little chip pass through the middle that was cut out by the Canadiens. They'll bring the puck back in. Stella gets it deep for the Canadiens. O'Donnell after it. Yeah, puck came out front and gave the Canadiens an opportunity. Matthew O'Donnell's in the corner. Puck comes out to the line for the Canadiens. Blocked shot by Blake McLean in front. Canadiens maintain possession. Stella down low to Markowski. This is their dangerous line. And McLean will pick up the puck and try and get it over to Morton and out, but it stays in. Stella comes in and fires it wide over to the near side here. Canadiens defenseman plays it in. Canadiens tried to come out front, and there's going to be a penalty called there on Matthew O'Donnell there. Just knocked over the guy in the offensive zone. Not much you can do there. So we'll go Canadiens to the power play here. We have Baxter, Mitchell, Toole, and Tucker out on the penalty kill here. Baxter gets that puck iced down into the Canadiens zone, and they'll have to regroup. Liam Mitchell in pursuit, putting pressure on the puck carrier. Canadiens will try the other side. And this will be sent in deep. Tool's going to come around and play that to the other side. Pressure's on. Comes out the Canadiens' end. This is actually, I think that's Weston Garsh affiliating for the Canadiens. He doesn't have a number, but he looks like it's Weston Garsh's size, I think. All right, so Canadiens have the puck. They're regrouping here. We have about a minute left on the penalty. We have Durling, Binks on the back end, Munn and Russell, the forwards on this penalty killing unit. Easton Russell does a good job knocking that puck out. There's a little bit of extracurricular activity on the back. And Ray Durling does a real nice job of cutting that attack down. Puck will be played around, back to Ray. He tries to get it out and does. Plays it to the Canadiens' defense. Easton Russell knocks down his man. Munn goes to the net. And we got about 10 seconds left on the penalty here. One last rush here for the Canadiens. Sammy Markowski makes the play out front. Graham Binks gave him a little bit of a shove. That'll be the end of the penalty. So Graham kept his guy to the outside with a little shove there. Canadiens fans wanted a penalty. The referee didn't give them one. So we'll go to even strength here. We got Mitchell Baxter and Hart Johnson out as the forwards, and Matthew O'Donnell and Jack LaBelle was the D. That's a high stick, tipped in front. Caps will play it out. Get the puck out. Should have been called a trip there, but they're letting them play. And here's Liam Mitchell picking up a loose puck. He's going to get partially past his defenseman, tried to get it out front, but couldn't get it in front of the net. He'll go for a change. Caps try and keep the puck in here on the near side. Hart Johnson keeps it in. I think he's looking for a change here. But waiting for the puck to get deep. He's going to go back in. Try and keep it deep on this side. The defense for the Caps change. We got Toole and Tucker. McLean with a nifty move that lands on Hart Johnson's stick, and he tries to get a shot on net, but blocked. And here's a break for the Caps. And that's 5-hole. The Canadiens got caught on a change there. Puck got out to center ice, took a bit of a bounce, and it ended up on Max Morton's stick. And he went in and went 5-hole on the Canadiens goalie, Cam McFarland. So 1-0 Caps. Canadiens win the face-off and dump it deep. Dylan Toole in pursuit. Dylan Johnson plays that out. We have McLean, Dylan Johnson, Max Morton, forward line, and Tucker and Toole on the back end. Tucker does a nice job of playing that forward, a little chip to the forward unit to get it in deep. Dylan Johnson and Blake McLean are fighting for the puck down on the near board. Dylan comes out with the puck. He's looking out front for a pass, but nobody home. That's Hart Johnson's down there battling for the puck too, and Easton Russell's out on the forward unit as well. Dylan Toole makes a play here. He's being pressured by someone, and that's Jack Tucker who gets the puck out of a concerning position and down the ice. Canadiens looking to move the puck up ice, and they have it and break in. There's a shot, rebound. Oh, nice play by Weston Garsh there on the Canadiens. Almost, he had a good opportunity there. Put it on the outside of the bar. Jack LaBelle's moving up. Or no, that's Easton Russell. Sorry. Easton Russell gets puck deep and is fighting for it. He looks to get it to Bryce Heffernan. Bryce is knocked down. Easton looks back to Ray Durling at the point, and he tries to dump it deep, but fans on it a little bit. Canadians are going to have a break here. That's Cam Garganium. Nice play out front. Redirected into the corner. And that's Mitchell and Garsh fighting for the puck. Graham Binks is over there. And Bryce Heffernan makes a nifty little play to dump that out, and Jack Baxter's in pursuit after the puck. Here's Liam Mitchell. Mitchell moving the puck to Jack LaBelle at the point. He's going to take a nice low shot and chip in. So that puck was worked back to Jack LaBelle, and Jack LaBelle picked up Liam Mitchell on the far side, on the weak side, for a nice easy tip-in. So that makes it 2-0. That's Mitchell from LaBelle. And I think, yeah. So we have Baxter, Mitchell, and Munn out as the forwards. LaBelle and O'Donnell as the defense of the unit. About 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the period. The Canadians had an opportunity there, 2-on-1. Charlie Gilbert came in down on the wing and elected to shoot. Shot on goal, stopped by Easton Callback, and he covered up the rebound. Five minutes and 30 seconds left in the period. Face-off won by the Caps. LaBelle D to O'Donnell. O'Donnell tried to get it through the middle to Baxter, but cut out by the Canadians. We got the Caps going on a change here. We have... Oh, that one's off the post. Beat Easton Callback off the post. That should be a high stick, but nothing called. Canadians work the puck, and that's coughed up by Kirkpatrick to McLean, and McLean goes off the crossbar. So a couple of opportunities there that went off the crossbar and post. Puck's ringed around. Dylan Johnson has it. He's looking rink wide to Morton. Morton tried to make a move past his guy and couldn't get by him. Morton has it again, and he's going to try and work it, but it was intercepted by the Canadiens defenseman, Tucker and Toole, working the puck. And we got Morton, tries to get it by his man again, but no luck there. Worked around behind the Canadiens net. We have Toole up to Dylan Johnson, and that goes off the skate and deep off of Blake McLean. Caps go for a change. We got Hart, Johnson, and Bryce Heffernan out there with Blake McLean. Oh, nice stick there by Graham Binks to cut out that 2-on-1. Dylan Toole is looking to get a change here, but he's on the far side and having trouble. So Graham Binks comes back to pick up the puck. He's going to work it out up the boards, and he's cut out by a player on that side. And there's going to be a Caps penalty by the looks of it. Some contact in behind the play. It'll probably go as a interference or a body contact, I guess. So that's so he calls body contact on Hart Johnson. So Canadians will go back to the power play with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the period. Face off won by the Canadiens. Work back to the point. That's a shot. Goes wide and off the glass. Picked up by Jack LaBelle. He works it. Tries to get it out. They've got a 3-on-2 here. And it's nice pass by Sam Markowski to Keegan Stella for the goal. So that's a power play goal for the Canadiens. 15 seconds into that power play. So 2-1 Caps after that power play goal. O'Donnell backhand across to Munn. He works around trying to free up some space here. He's going to try and get to the line and dump it in. There's no icing called. So we got Munn, Mitchell, and Baxter. Mitchell picks up the puck. He's pushed off the puck by his opponent. Canadiens bust up the ice. This is Sam Markowski, always dangerous, no matter how many Caps are back. Munn with a nice feed over to Baxter, but he can't get by his opponent. Puck is in feet, and it's out of the Cap zone and deep. Beckett McShane's working hard to get to that puck. He's got it, tries to work it out front. Knocked down. That's Tucker up to Baxter. Baxter to Munn. Puck is off his stick and back to the Canadiens. The Canadiens defenseman works it deep. Dylan Toole will go in there to try and work that back up the other end. So this is Max Morton, who works it over to a winger, Dylan Johnson. And he's going to try and get it out, and does, up to Blake McLean. They're fighting for the puck on the boards. And the Caps will get it deep into the Canadian zone. Dylan Johnson and Max Morton after the puck. We got defensive change here. We got Durling and Binks. Binks over to Durling, Durling over to Binks. And up the ice to Johnson, who gets it deep. And he'll go off for a change. Blake McLean's in there by himself as the only forward. And it's going to be a penalty called. It's Cody Hoyt. Probably interference or body contact. Oh, they're calling it a hook. So nice work by Blake McLean back there. Working hard. It was not a very threatening situation, but the Canadiens pulled him down, and so the Caps will go to the power play here. 58 seconds left. So the Caps win the face-off shot. Face-off back to Binks. He'll take a shot, and there was some traffic in front, but Cam McFarland makes a nice save right into his chest. So we have Russell, Hart Johnson, and Bryce Heffernan, Binks, and Durling on the back end. So Bryce will play that to Binks, Binks to Johnson, Johnson to Russell, Russell to Binks, shot from the point. Trying to keep that puck in on the far side is Johnson. He chips it to the corner. Bryce Heffernan will go get it. And that's Canadiens defenseman works it up, and that'll get out and down the ice for the Caps to pick up. There's Binks with the puck. He's going to work it out. Pass it over to Durling. Durling's going to get that deep. Heffernan in to try and pick up that loose puck. It comes around. Binks. Well, ran out of time. So we're 2-1 after the first period. So the Caps will pick up that power play where they left it off with 1:04 left. We got Baxter, Mitchell, and Munn, and O'Donnell and LaBelle for the Caps. Okay, worked in deep by the Canadiens. The Caps will regroup behind the net. There's a bit of a rolling puck, and the Canadiens forward, Charlie Gilbert, went in hard into the boards, and Liam Mitchell works back the other way. They've got a 3-on-1. He tried to work it out front into Jack Baxter, but couldn't connect there. There's a shot on net by O'Donnell. Mitchell picks up the puck in the corner. Matthew O'Donnell tried to work it back to Liam Mitchell, but couldn't connect there. Sandy Markowski with a nice penalty kill there. Got a shot on, got called back to squeeze the puck. So we got 22 seconds left on the power play for the Caps. Face-off won by Mitchell. Binks works around the net. He's being covered by McShane, and he'll hand off the puck to Mitchell. Having trouble connecting on those passes, and McShane's just going to freeze that puck in the corner, and the puck's going to come out to Derling over to Baxter. Baxter's going to play it around. He's got a bit of a rolling puck. He's going to get it out to Munn. Munn up the boards. Couldn't quite get it out. Binks is going to pick up the puck and get it deep. That's icing is called off. And the Canadiens will come out with the puck. Graham keeps him wide, knocks the puck away. Canadiens work the puck back to the line, and that's saved by Easton Callback. So, no success on that power play for the Caps. Yeah, 13 minutes and 13 seconds left in the period. Puck goes back to the line. That's deflected on net. Another threat by Canadiens affiliate Weston Garsh. But the puck is coughed up. Max Morton goes up the left wing. He's looking out front for a pass and almost connects with Dylan Johnson out front. Kept in at the line by Tucker. Tucker sends it back in, and Dylan Johnson's going to race for the puck to try and keep it in on the far side. It comes out front. Max Morton, just couldn't quite get a good shot off. Got to race for a puck here. Dylan Toole does great work getting up and going after that puck. But that was a lucky opportunity there for the Caps. Toole's going to work that back out. And it's a lucky bounce for the Canadiens there. Went almost right onto Gargano's stick. Caps get it in deep. We got a line change here. We got Johnson, Russell, and Heffernan out with LaBelle and O'Donnell. Canadiens work it up and get it out. LaBelle tries to get it out, but it goes off the stick. And it's in front. Sammy Markowski with that backhand. He's fooled about 100 goalies with that backhand in the top right-hand corner, but it goes off the crossbar. And back come the Canadiens. This is their dangerous line out front. Blocked by Matthew O'Donnell. He's lost a glove. He's trying to fight for the puck and get his glove back. Meanwhile, the Canadiens have an opportunity here from the point. And that should have probably been a high stick, but they didn't call it. And that puck gets out. We got Bryce over to Hart Johnson. We got a 3-on-2 or 2-on-3. Hart puts it on net. And he's battling for the puck in the corner. He's trying to work that out front, and he does. And it's Easton Russell controlling the puck. Here's a shot coming from Binks. Nice save by Cam McFarland. So we got Mitchell, Baxter, and Munn, and Binks and Durling on the back end. Having a hard time seeing the score clock here, just the angle I'm at, so I'm not really sure if I'm in tune with the actual game clock. That puck is iced by the Canadiens. It'll come back for a face-off in the Canadian zone. Face-off won back by the Canadiens, worked around by Hoyt. That's going to be another icing on the Canadiens. Well, worked in the corner by Baxter. Mitchell's in after it. Jack Baxter tried to get it into the corner and shot weakly towards the net by Durling. That's a shot on net outside of the post by Munn. The Canadiens will work it back over to the near side and try and get it past Durling, but he'll keep it in. Munn's going to put some pressure on behind the net. Baxter as well. Canadiens trying to chip that puck out, and they do get it out. And Mitchell's going to pick up that loose puck and get it back in deep. Looks like they're going for a change. Defense is going to change as well. Canadiens looking for their long pass down the ice. Easton McDougall's going to fire that on the goalie. Callback has all day, so he's going to play it out. And Toole puts it up to Morton. Morton tries to get it deep, but just to the line. And the Canadiens are going to work back the other way. This is Isaac Miller. He gets the puck deep. Shot blocked. Puck comes out front. Blake McLean gets the puck out at the line. But Canadiens pick it up and put it back in. Puck will come over to Max Morton on the left wing. He'll pick it up and try and get to the line and get it deep. But couldn't quite get there. Puck shot to the opposite corner by the defense, and it's going back into the corner. Jack Tucker wings it around to Morton. Morton's going to get it out, and Blake McLean's going to pick it up. Oh, that could have been a penalty there. It was a bit of a knee-on-knee there. Isaac Miller on Blake McLean. Easton Russell in the corner. He comes out with the puck. He's got his tried to make a pass there, but no one was ready for it. So we have Canadiens icing the puck. We'll go all the way down. So we're going to have the Russell, Heffernan, Hart Johnson line out with Matthew O'Donnell and Jack LaBelle. Face-off is won by Sam Markowski. He's going to dipsy-doodle towards the net. And that's a puck out front, and Easton Callback's got that covered. The Canadiens bench was calling for a hooking penalty, but it was pretty quick and tough to make that call. Face-off down in the Caps zone. Baxter, Mitchell, and Munn, LaBelle, and O'Donnell. Partially one face-off. The Caps get that puck out. Canadiens get back, and sort of a risky pass across the ice that was almost intercepted. That's cut into the Caps zone. They're going to try and play that out in front. Matthew O'Donnell working hard with Liam Mitchell behind the net. That's Sam Markowski. He plays the puck back, and someone's got to get on him. It's blocked in front by Liam Mitchell. Liam's going to play it over to Parker Munn. A little turnover at center ice, and the Canadiens are back in. Ooh, Keegan Stella made a nifty move towards the net, but the Caps are coming back the other way. That's Jack Baxter trying to... Okay, so the Caps are going to try and tag up. They're still offside here, so Canadiens will have time to recover back here. Canadiens work the puck up. It's almost picked off by... And Binks over to Darling. Darling over to Morton. He tried to get it out front to Dylan Johnson, but couldn't connect there. Canadiens work the puck out. It's kept in at the line by Blake McLean. He's knocked off the puck. Dylan Johnson doing some nice work there in front. And that's poked past the Caps D. It's going to be a 3-on-2. Coming the other way, and the Canadiens miss the net. It comes around the other side. Pinned up against the wall by Max Morton, and he's going to try and get it. Canadiens go back the other way. That's sent out in front, offside by the Canadiens. Caps are going to take a penalty behind the play here. I'm not sure what happened, but the Caps, you know, so far this season, it's sort of been the way they play. They're playing hard, and they're going to knock some kids down, but it means they're going to be on the short-handed side of the play if they keep that up. So we got Russell, Heffernan, Toole, and Tucker out to kill this penalty. Canadiens are looking for an explanation about something. I'm not sure what was going on over there. Face-off won by the Canadiens. Worked back to the line. Shot blocked by Dylan Toole, and played down to the Canadiens end of the ice. Bryce Heffernan is putting the pressure on the Canadiens defenseman. Canadiens work it out through center ice. Cam Gargano works the puck up. He makes a move on the inside, tries to get past Dylan Toole. Puck sort of bouncing around in a threatening way, and probably should have been a hooking call there on that, but no call on the play. We'll let the referees make the calls here. Not being too hard on them. Been a couple of plays either way that could have been called. We got 1 minute and 27 seconds left in the penalty. Face-off in the cap zone. Baxter, Russell, Toole, and Tucker. Shot towards the net. Charlie Gilbert picks up the puck and he tries to make a move at the line, but it's enough for Dylan Toole to pick up the puck and get it out. Russell's in hot pursuit, putting pressure on the Canadiens, and the Canadiens knock the puck away again. Caps knock the puck away. It goes to the line. Isaac Miller tries to get a shot on. Puck is bouncing, not quite out, and it just tips out. So the Canadiens will have to regroup and work the puck in. That looked like it might have been offside, but there was a bit of a collision through the middle, and that sort of happens in hockey. Canadiens looking for a penalty over there. So the game clock here says 37 seconds left on the penalty. We have Mitchell, Heffernan, Binks, and Durling. Binks is hauled down, but he works the puck to the corner. That should be enough for Durling. No, Durling couldn't get that puck out. Canadiens keep it in. That puck comes out in front. McDougall fires on net, and that's gobbled up by callback. So we got 18 seconds left in the penalty. That puck is fired out of play. We got 14 seconds left in the penalty. Face off, Mitchell on the far side. Face off is won by the Canadiens. They work the puck. That's off a callback. Nice save. Canadiens have the puck at the point. That's tipped wide. And that's going to about do it for the penalty. We have Blake McLean back on the ice. They're going to work it to the point. It's a nice little fake at the line to freeze the defender. They work it in. Binks on Kirkpatrick. Binks works it down to the opposite side. Heffernan works it to Liam Mitchell. Liam Mitchell's going to break down. And he's knocked down. No call. Bryce Heffernan works it deep. Canadiens defenseman had a bit of trouble with that one, but they will get it out. Erling gets it deep on the goalie. Defense is going to partial change. We got Russell, Baxter, and Munn, and it'll be icing on the Canadiens. I think it says 3 minutes and 1 second left in the period. 2-1 Caps. Well, face-off won by the Canadiens. Worked around. Nice pinch by Jack Lavelle to keep that puck in. Parker Munn playing alongside Easton Russell and Jack Baxter. Puck pushed deep. Lavelle in to fight for it. Worked around by the Canadiens. This is Cam Gargano to the line. That's coughed up by the Canadiens defense. Jack Lavelle works the puck in, works it to Easton Russell, and he'll take it in on net, but a nice save by Cam McFarland there on a close quarters shot. Rimmed up on the glass. Nice play by Matthew O'Donnell to keep that in. Jack Baxter's going to put some pressure on. Canadians are going to try the other side. Jack LaBelle pinches in to keep that in. Jack Baxter puts that in deep. And Parker Munn puts the pressure on. Canadians try and reverse it back down this side and try and get it out. But the Caps don't quite keep it in. Matthew O'Donnell works back to try and regroup there, put a pass through the middle, but no luck. And the Caps get caught on a partial change here, but Jack LaBelle does a nice job of working that out. And they work it up the ice. We got Morton with Johnson. Johnson in front to Morton. McLean's going to go after that puck in the corner. Good job by him. And the Canadians are going to ice the puck down to the Cap zone. And it'll come back for the Canadians. So 1 minute 13 seconds left in the second period. After this period, we'll go for a little break because they'll flood here after the second period. Face-off won by Mitchell. Mitchell back to Toole. That's sent on net dangerously, but no tip in front. Canadians work the puck over to the other side, and that's a little bit of a break for the Canadians. They're going to work the puck in, and Callback makes a nice save. Canadians looking for a rebound. So face off in the Cap zone. We got Mitchell, Baxter, Munn, Tucker, and Toole. I forgot to start the clock there. Baxter gets that puck out, and the Canadians are going to go back in. Here's a shot, goes off someone in front and to the corner. Tucker makes a nice play up to Baxter. He tried to find Munn in front. That puck is going to roll towards Easton Callback, and he's going to freeze that one. 26 seconds left in the period. We'll have Russell, Heffernan, and Johnson out here. Dylan Johnson, and Binks and Gerling on the back end here. Not sure if someone's hurt or not feeling well, but the lines have been a little bit discombobulated here. So not sure what's going on. Might have been all the penalties throwing things off a little bit. We had 18 seconds left. That was a non-threatening shot from the bad angle that Callback squeezes. 18 seconds left. And that's going to squeeze out in front. Sort of a threatening bounce over there towards the corner. And probably should have been a penalty call there. We got three guys behind the line. They're fighting for... And there's the tackle there behind the play. And that's going to be a penalty on... Hold on the Canadians by the looks of it. There's a fight in the corner for the puck. Caps kept their cool, and the Canadians dragged the man down. So we'll go for I don't know, 15-minute break here while they flood the ice, and be back then. So the Caps will start the period on a power play. We have Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter out with Derling and Binks. Puck tied up at center ice here. It's worked back to the Caps D. Graham Binks looking for Baxter through the middle. He'll work it around to Derling, who couldn't quite connect on that pass. Baxter will try and work it out again. Russell, open wing to Mitchell, who's going to work it in. Mitchell works it to Russell. Russell to Mitchell. Mitchell to Russell. He goes rink wide to Derling, who works it into the corner to Mitchell. Mitchell plays that to Baxter. Baxter back to Derling. Derling, quick pass to Baxter. Tried to get it to Mitchell, but couldn't connect. Mitchell works his man off the puck. Russell's going to pick up the puck and move it to Mitchell, who's going to bust out front, but couldn't quite beat the goalie. They're fighting for the puck. Russell to Mitchell. Mitchell in front. Backhand. Couldn't connect. Binks is going to keep it in on this side, but eventually worked out by the Canadiens. Binks tried to connect with a forward, but the forwards are going for a change. Russell keeps it in. Russell has a shot out front. That puck is going to bounce. Russell's going to pick that puck up. He feeds it to Johnson. That went right through. And that's off the post. Oh, Binks came in off the point and had a nice shot by there, but Cam McFarland makes another nice save there off his toe. And the Canadiens are going to try and get that out. That's knocked down by a stick and goes deep to the Caps zone. Power play is over. Matthew O'Donnell back to try and pick up the puck. This is going to come to the point that's tipped in front. O'Donnell makes a nice play to fend off his man. Morton comes around this side up to Dylan Johnson, who tries to get it out and does. There's a fight along the boards here. And McShane gets it deep for the Canadiens. O'Donnell chips it up, but not quite out. Caps having a bit of trouble clearing that puck. Canadiens are going to work it back in. Gilbert gets it deep. O'Donnell goes after it. He's got an open man on the wing. He'll rim it around, but couldn't pick up the puck. Canadiens keep it in, and that goes off the bench and stays in, but eventually out. And back in by the Canadiens. It takes a bounce in behind the net. Lavelle got beat to the puck by the Canadiens. And that's a shot off Kirkpatrick's mask. Nice save. Hart does a nice job of giving his opponent stick a whack, knock him off. And Easton Russell will pick up the puck with a man in pursuit. Cuts back and gets it across to Matthew O'Donnell, who's going to lift it. But it's not quite out, but then Easton Russell fights and gets it out. Picked up by the Canadiens D-man, and the Canadiens will bring it back in. Shot blocked by Jack Lavelle and out of the zone. Here's Bryce Heffernan picking up the puck. He's going to get it deep. And Hart Johnson's going to go in hard after the puck. And a near turnover by the Canadiens. Pressure by the Caps. Puck thrown deep by Baxter. Heffernan fighting for the puck, and Canadiens are going to get that puck out and iced. Face-off won by Mitchell to Toole. Toole puts it into the corner. Picked up by Mitchell out front. Oh, beauty chance for Jack Baxter there, but the 5-hole was closed up pretty quick by Cam McFarland and sent back the other way for the Canadiens. Toole plays that puck out. Gilbert stays with the puck. He's got it in the corner. Tries to work it to his partner, and that's going to get towards the line but not out. Cut off by Tucker. He's going to play it up the boards, but the Caps can't quite get that puck out. It's up against the boards, squeezes out behind the net. Tucker tries to rim it out, but no luck. And that's thrown in front, and a good opportunity there for the Canadiens. Parker Munn's going to get that puck out. He couldn't get the puck deep, but eventually does. Around the net. Caps go. They have a partial change here. There's Blake McLean. He's doing his usual hard forecheck. He got knocked down, no call. Puck comes to the line. Binks shoots it, and off the pad. Nice save by Cam McFarland. They try and work the puck out. Binks is there to keep it in. We got McLean. He's knocked off the puck, and still no call. That's off the boards. Kept in by Ray at the line, and that'll go for icing. So face-off in the Canadian zone. We have McLean, Morton, and Johnston, Binks, and Durling. Canadians win the face-off and work it out. Binks with a nice pinch to keep that outlet pass from connecting. Puck worked in front, blocked by the Canadians. Nice chance there for Morton, and that's kept in by Durling. And worked out back to Binks. Binks is just going to send that deep for an icing. Face-off here in the Cap zone. 8 minutes and 32 seconds left in the period. Face-off tied up there. Bryce Heffernan picks it up and tries to move around the defense, but can't get past him. LaBelle couldn't find the puck. Caps pick up the puck. Or Canadians pick up the puck. That actually went out of play and should have been called dead, but they didn't call it dead. Russell will pick up the puck. Moves nicely through the middle of the zone. We got a developing 3-on-2 here. Nice move out front. Couldn't quite get there. And back comes the Canadians. They're on an odd man 3-on-2. That almost gets to the front of the net there, where Weston Garsh has been a threat all game. That one's deep. That's going to be, there's no icing there. And Jack Baxter gave the goalie a little poke. He's got a defenseman in pursuit, probably chirping him a little bit, but there's nothing there to be worried about. We have 7:37, I think, left in the period. Face off in the Canadian zone. Worked back to the Canadians. That's worked in front. Oh, that's a chance. So Canadians coughed the puck up in behind their net and was centered out front, but just on the heel of Liam Mitchell's stick, so he didn't get a great shot off. There will be another face-off in the Canadian zone. Tied up, pushed back to the defense, kept deep by Tucker. So we got Munn, Baxter, Mitchell, Tucker, and Toole. And that's Munn trying to work his way through the middle, but no luck there. And Baxter with some good pressure. Puck comes to the line and just out past Dylan Toole. Dylan Toole's going to work it across. Toole to Baxter. He knifes it partially in. And Mitchell's got pressure, but the Canadiens get the puck out. Toole's got the puck. He'll work it up the boards. There's 3 Canadiens there. Baxter's going to try and get it past him. There's a bit of a pile-up, but it's got taken deep by the Caps, and they'll go for a change. And that's the Canadiens defense back there. The Canadiens are going to come back the other way. This is Sam Markowski. He's always dangerous. He's going to go wide. And 2 Caps get knocked down. Shot comes back. Stella with a shot, but a big save by Easton Callback to keep that puck out. That's worked to the middle, but Dylan Johnson's going to pick that up, and there's going to be a race for it. And there's too many men. It's the call on the Canadiens. Too many men. So power play for the Caps coming up. So the Caps are looking to capitalize here and give themselves a bit of breathing room here. We've got 6 minutes and 5 seconds left with a power play on the board. So we have Mitchell, Russell, and McLean, the forward unit. Binks and Derling on the back end. That's going to be rimmed around and into the Cap zone. Callback's going to stop that puck up. Binks is going to stop it, leave it for Mitchell. Mitchell's going to wind it up, and he's pressured. And that puck's going to be played back in. But Mitchell cuts that opportunity out by the Canadiens. He works it to Binks. Binks is going to circle the net. He's going to pass it to Russell, who's going to work it around. Good job here by the Canadiens keeping this puck deep. But there's an outlet pass, and that's all Liam Mitchell needs. He's going to work it around and get it deep. Knocked off his stick. And back to the line to Derling, who feeds it back into Mitchell. And that probably should have been a penalty there. Isaac Miller gave Liam Mitchell a shove and iced down the ice by the Canadiens. So the Caps will try and work this puck out. Binks to Johnson. He looks to Ray Derling on the open D wing. He's going to get to the line, and no icing is called off, and the Caps will go for a change. Worked up the wing. Here goes Sammy Markowski. This is a 2-on-3 shorthanded opportunity. He keeps his man wide, but he didn't catch up with the trailer, and he had a good chance there. There's another shot. We're going to work it up the wing and out. Scott works it back in, but O'Donnell picks it up. Well, it's a little slash there, but nothing called. O'Donnell didn't quite get to the line, so that'll be icing. And I guess that's the end of the penalty. So Caps unable to capitalize on that penalty. There's 4 minutes and 1 second left in the game here in the third period. Tied up out front. That's Cam Gargano working behind the net for the Canadiens. He's working with Weston Garsh. Weston Garsh tied up in the corner. And this is Thomas McLean for the Canadiens, who works it to Garsh. He tries it out front. Kept in at the line by Estella. That's deflected out front, but kept out by Easton Callback. He's going to work it up the wing to Parker Munn. He's going to get it deep, and he's going to try and work around his man. We got Baxter, who is just body checked, but no call. And we're going to work it out front, and the Caps cut out that pass at center ice. Here's Max Morton with an opportunity. He can't quite get the shot off. Worked around by the Canadiens, and they're going to ice the puck. And there was a late call on that icing. I'm not sure what they were waiting for, but 2 minutes and 49 seconds left. So we have Russell, Morton, and Heffernan, Binks, and Dearling. Here's a shot from the point, easily gloved by Cam McFarland. Shot might have been a little bit quick because there was no traffic out in front. The face-off again here, Russell, Morton, and Heffernan up front. Tied up by Russell, put deep by Binks, worked around by the Canadiens on the far side, and that's coughed up in front. And Easton Russell does a nice job of forechecking. He gets a shot to Derling, but it's going to come back the other way. 2-on-1. Backhand. And there's going to be a penalty on that one. So Easton Russell was back checking. Probably call a slash or something like that. So Canadiens are going to go to the power play here. So a little bit of a mix-up there at the line. Resulted in a turnover, and the Canadiens went back the other way. Baxter tries to win the face-off. And Tucker does a great job of just picking up that puck and icing it. Baxter is going to put some pressure on and make the Canadiens think twice about that breakout. Sorry, I don't have the clock going here, but there's 1 minute and 52 seconds left in the game, 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the penalty. Canadiens break out. And a really nice job by Jack Baxter to squeeze his man off. And the Canadiens have to turn it back and try and regroup. They're going to make a pass through the middle, but Dylan Toole with a nice job cutting that pass out. Puck's going to be a race here. And Blake McLean blasts it through the shin pads of the defenseman and gets it out. Canadiens regroup. Here's Sammy Markowski, always dangerous. Canadiens setting things up. He's looking cross ice. The shot knocked down by Jack Tucker. And Canadiens are threatening here. There's about 40 seconds left in the power play. Point shot into the corner by the Canadiens. And Jack Tucker is fighting for it. Dylan Toole is going to put some pressure on the corner. Canadiens are putting them pressure on here. And that's an odd angled shot by McDougall. And it's out. Okay, Max Morton's got the puck. It's an empty net. You can't quite put it on net. Blake McLean's going to go in. Keep it deep, and he's knocked over, and there should be an obvious penalty call there, but for whatever reason, here comes Sorry about the clock there. It was winding down. I didn't get it set up in time, but the Caps do what they need to do to seal off that game. You know, lots of back and forth hockey. These games have been nice and tight, but I think both teams will be happy to get a break from each other after today.